Welcome back. We are tracking the Lok Sabha election across 102 constituencies in 21 states. The big battle, of course, will be for Tamil Nadu, where all 39 seats are going to polls, followed by Rajasthan, where you've got 12 seats. And the BJP has actually replaced 11 MPs in Rajasthan. Then you've got 8 seats in Uttar Pradesh, where you've got that interesting battle in Pilibhit and also Muzaffarnagar. 3 seats out of these 8 seats were won by the BJP last time around. Let's see how they perform this time with the RLD as well. Another interesting state to look at would be the state of West Bengal. Now, 3 out of 42 seats are going to polls today. Now, all these 3 seats have been won by the BJP. We're talking about Cooch Bihar, we're talking about Alipurduar, and we're also talking about Jalpaiguri. Now, Alipurduar is going to be an important battle, and here's why. Because the BJP is facing an internal rebellion on the ground. John Barla, the sitting MP, was replaced by Manoj Tigga, to the extent that John Barla refused to meet or campaign for Manoj Tigga in Alipurduar. So let's see how those dynamics play out. Does it hurt the BJP? And whether Manoj Tigga can swim across the finish line. You've got an important battle in Cooch Bihar as well. This was a left bastion from 1962 to 2009 for almost 43 years. It was won by Nishit Pramanik of the BJP by 50,000 votes last time around. Let's see if Pramanik can win again against the TMC. In Jalpaiguri, you've got Jayanta Kumar Roy, who is the incumbent BJP MP, fighting against Nirmal Chandra Roy of the TMC. Let's see how the BJP performs in all these seats. West Bengal, a crucial battleground for the BJP to increase its overall share as well. Yes, this was the tally in 2019. Out of 42 Lok Sabha seats, the TMC had won 22, the BJP 18. So the BJP would try and increase its tally this time around. Let's also look at the state of Bihar, another important state in the Hindi heartland. And the BJP and the NDA, of course, had won 39 seats here. They had done very well, and the India Alliance had won 1 seat. This time, the alliances have changed a bit. Looking at what's going to happen in the first phase, we're looking at battles in Jamui, where you've got Chirag Paswan's brother-in-law, Arun Bharti, fighting. This is on a LJP ticket. You've got the candidate Vivek Thakur, who is the son of former Minister C.P. Thakur. He is fighting from Nevada. And you've got Gaya, where Jitin Raji, the former Chief Minister of Bihar, is also fighting from the Hindustani Awam Morcha. Aurangabad will see an important battle as well, where 3-time MP Sushil Kumar Singh of the BJP is fighting from. It will be very important for the BJP to make big gains in the Hindi heartland, including the state of Bihar. Let's go across to Jude Sanath, my colleague. He's standing by in Chennai. We have been speaking about all the interesting constituencies there, such as Chennai South, Coimbatore, Shivaganga, where Karthi Chidambaram is fighting from. Last time, the India Alliance had won 38 seats in Tamil Nadu, and the DMK would be hoping to continue its winning streak. Now, let me show you the seats where you're going to have some tough fights between the DMK, ADMK and the BJP. Well, there would be at least 10 seats where we could see a 3-way contest. Let me now go across to our team of reporters. Jude Sanath standing by. Jude, recently the DMK came out. All right, I believe Jude Sanath will be joining us in some time from now. Yash Goyal is joining us from Alwar. Yash, Rajasthan is a very important battle for the BJP. It's not been very easy as well. They had to replace 11 MPs. So in all these places, such as Churu, Alwar, Jhunjhunu, is there some sort of internal battle that the BJP is also facing in its campaign?
Well, apart from these 3 names, Nagaur is also one such name. In fact, why we are talking about this being a tough battle for the BJP, because in the last few terms, in fact, in 2014, BJP had swept this entire state, taking all the 25 seats into its kitty. In fact, in 2019 as well, all the 25 seats were clinched by the NDA, out of which 24 were from BJP side. In fact, this time around also, what the Bharatiya Janata Party is trying to eye is on all the seats. seats. But in fact, what we are expecting and experiencing in the state is some sort of anti-incumbency in certain areas. In fact, not just anti-incumbency. Well, now this narrative of anti-incumbency and pro-incumbency seems outdated. In fact, on the ground, what has happened is that the Bharatiya Janata Party has took out all their battery of leaders from Arjun Ram Meghwal to Bhupendra Yadav on the ground. In fact, Bhupendra Yadav is fighting from Alwar. In fact, Alwar is said to be the Yadav stronghold. In fact, Lalit Yadav is up against Bhupendra Yadav. So this time around, there are 3 to 4 seats which were actually in murmurs that there could be some sort of a dent for the Bharatiya Janata Party. But for that, we have to wait and watch, because a lot of arithmetics depend upon the kind of voting percentage which takes place in all these pockets. In fact, talking about Alwar, the latest update we have, as per that, around 24% voting has been done, and in fact now the sun is actually upon the head, and in fact the mercury is only rising, so we could expect that this number of voting could actually go down for a certain period, and then eventually the voting could actually pick up. But as of now, the numbers in Rajasthan are decent. In fact, Ganganagar is one of those places which has reported the largest, which has reported the highest turnout of the voters. But Alwar as of now is somewhat reporting 24%. In fact, Rajasthan remains to be one of the key areas for the ruling party, because when Prime Minister talks about the 400 par for the NDA, Rajasthan becomes very important because the number is 25 here.
All right, Yash, stay with us. Let me also go across to Uttar Pradesh now. Now, 8 seats out of 80 going to polls in this phase. You're looking at constituencies like Moradabad. You're looking at constituencies like Saharanpur, Kairana, also Pilibhit, which are going to polls in this phase. We're talking about Western UP, the Sugar Bowl of India. This was an area where the NDA had won only 3 seats last time. The rest went to the opposition parties. My colleague Abhimanyu Sharma is standing by in Pilibhit with us. Abhimanyu, you have travelled to places like Saharanpur, also Meerut. Meerut is not going to polls in this phase, but you went to Muzaffarnagar as well. What were some of the key issues that were really cropping up when it comes to the farmers' protests? When you speak about the Agniveer issue, what do voters really want from this election, and what are some of the points that maybe divided the voters as well?
Well, several issues which are otherwise also a part of the discourse, and of course very importantly form a part of the electoral discourse too. Now, starting with the issue of farmers, there was an issue of a fair and remunerative price for sugarcane, which the farmers felt had increased too little and too late. So that of course was a complaint from their side, though the BJP had said, and even their candidate who is a 2-time MP as well as a sitting Minister of State, Sanjeev Balyan, had also back then told CNBC TV18 that he's all for increasing the FRP for sugarcane even further. But that's something, of course, which remains to be seen till what extent that is going to be increased, though it has risen a lot in the past 10 years. Having said that, there were concerns which were raised by farmers even during the farmers' protests and after the farmers' protests too. Also, politically speaking, there have been a lot of changes as far as the alliances and their composition is concerned. Speaking in terms of comparison with the previous elections, in 2019, the Samajwadi Party and the BSP had fought the elections together. RLD was not with the BJP back then. As of now, the BSP and the SP are separate, though the Samajwadi Party has allied with the Congress this time around. Congress, of course, does not possess a big electoral presence as far as voting percentage is concerned in Western Uttar Pradesh. Nevertheless, both the Congress as well as the Samajwadi Party would be hoping that their alliance would gain from the anti-incumbency and would possibly the alliance would possibly allow any avoidance of fragmentation of votes. Having said that, the BSP, with its vote share remaining intact, continues to remain something which is a cause of concern for all the parties who fear that several votes would be fragmented, and the BSP may end up as a party which ends up cutting a lot of votes despite not winning that many number of seats. Also, the RLD being with the BJP this time around would be a shot in the arm for the BJP. Of course, it would serves some of the purpose as far as resolving the issues of farmers and hearing their voice, as well as bringing more farmer leaders to the fore is concerned. Since the RLD has allied with the BJP, it remains to be seen until what extent that is going to allay the concerns. Speaking of industrialization, when we spoke to people in western Uttar Pradesh, be it Meerut, Muzaffarnagar, even Pilibhit for that matter, there has been a concern over lack of jobs, lack of industrialization beyond the primary and the secondary sector. Now, if we speak of Pilibhit particularly, it is known as the Basuri Nagari, the land of flutes, and it contributes to a large amount to the production as well as export of flutes from India. But beyond that, beyond agriculture, there has been a push even from the policy makers to ensure that employment is created in these areas, because these areas otherwise end up facing a loss of youth, a loss of labor, since there are dearth of jobs prompts people to go to other parts of the country to seek employment. So that is something which even Sanjeev Balyan had earlier told CNBC TV18, that they are trying to ensure that youth within the constituency get employed within the constituency, and that too get gainfully employed. So that being the buzzword, being gainfully employed, that's something which is also reminiscent of the fact that the UP government is also looking at developing an agricultural park, an industrial park in Pilibhit, and the plans were underway as early as January and February this year. But it remains to be seen till what extent that is going to be implemented and how early that is going to get implemented, because there is, of course, going to be a change as far as the member of parliament is concerned. It was the Gandhi family who was in the fray, who was in the saddle since the past 28 years from Pilibhit, and this is the first time in 28 years when no one from the Gandhi family is going to get elected. And so while Jitin Prasada from the BJP, who has replaced Varun Gandhi, continues to remain confident about his electoral prospects, the ND Alliance as well as the BSP are trying to vie a share of the anti-incumbency votes, and are trying to question the narrative which the government has said. They are also questioning several schemes as well as the benefits which have been accrued to beneficiaries, even as the BJP has maintained that the beneficiaries will act as the biggest support base for the BJP.
All right, Abhimanyu, thank you for getting us that comprehensive update from the Basuri Nagari, as you've been pointing out, from Pilibhit. We'll return to you in a short while from now, but Nitin Pramanik is also joining us from Assam. Nitin, give us a sense of where you are right now. And on our magic wall over here, we're getting the analysis of what really happened in 2019. There are 15 constituencies in the northeast which are going to polls today. That's a sizable number, 5 from Assam. If you speak about 2019, the BJP had won 7 seats here with a vote share of 34%. The Congress won 3, and the rest went to other political parties. Let's see how the BJP and the opposition alliance performs this time. Nitin, if I can come to you, tell us, Vipul, give us a sense of the key issues for the voters in Assam, where you're standing, and if you can also walk around and show us what's happening around you.
देखिए लास्ट टाइम 2019 जो लोकसभा पोल हुआ था उसी टाइम बीजेपी ने 9 सीट मिला था और कांग्रेस 3, 9 + 3 12 और एआईयूडीएफ बदरुद्दीन आजमल उसका पार्टी 1 सीट मिला था और एक इंडिपेंडेंट नव कुमार खरोनिया। तो अभी इस बार जो लोकसभा इलेक्शन आज फर्स्ट फेज में फर्स्ट कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी सोनितपुर, नेक्स्ट लखीमपुर, देन डिब्रूगढ़, उसके बाद जोरहाट और काजीरंगा, 5 कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में अभी पोलिंग चल रहे हैं। अभी तक जो पोलिंग परसेंटेज है 35% जैसा हुआ है। और हम लोग अभी हमारा सीनियर कैमरा पर्सन अंजन और हम और इधर लोकल रिपोर्टर उत्पल सोलिहा वो भी हम लोग का साथ में है। और हम लोग डिब्रूगढ़ कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी एक इम्पोर्टेंट कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी इसीलिए कि ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में आप 1952 और 1957, 62-64 ये एक्स चीफ मिनिस्टर जोगेंद्रनाथ हाजोरिका ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी से एमपी था। उसका बाद दूसरा चीफ मिनिस्टर सर्बानंद सोनोवाल ये डिब्रूगढ़ कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी से एमपी था। तो और अभी का भी यूनियन मिनिस्टर है। तो 2 चीफ मिनिस्टर असम का जो 2 चीफ मिनिस्टर ये डिब्रूगढ़ कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी से एमपी है। तो इसीलिए एक पिकुलियर कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी है ये डिब्रूगढ़। और डिब्रूगढ़ का जो 10 एमएलए कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी है, 10 एमएलए कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी आपका मार्गेरिटा हो गया, आपका तिंखोंग हो गया, आपका नाहरकोटिया, उसके बाद डिब्रूगढ़, खोआंग और साबुआ लाहौल, उसके बाद तिनसुकिया, डिगबोई, माकुम, मार्गेरिटा। ये जो हम लोग अभी नाहरकोटिया कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में हूँ तो इसमें लोकल एमएलए तरंग गोगोई है और तरंग गोगोई जी बीजेपी का भाजपा का एमएलए है, साथ साथ में वो बीसीसीआई का मेंबर और असम क्रिकेट एसोसिएशन का भी प्रेसिडेंट भी है, एक स्पोर्ट्स ऑर्गेनाइजर है। आपका कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में अभी पोलिंग चल रहा है, कैसा चल रहा है?
काफ़ी अच्छा पोलिंग चल रहा है। मेरे कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में 1.5 लाख वोटर्स है और 1.5 लाख में मुझे लगता है कि 1,20,000 के आसपास पोलिंग होंगे और इस बार 75 से 80 हज़ार लोग बीजेपी का तरफ वोट करेंगे, क्योंकि बीजेपी ने जो डेवलपमेंट असम में किया है, नाहरकटे में, डिब्रूगढ़ लोकसभा में किया है, डेवलपमेंट, पीस एंड जो प्रोग्रेस चल रहा है, मुझे नहीं लगता है कि कोई नया पार्टी या कांग्रेस और जो उनके अलायंस पार्टनर्स मिलके भी जो कोशिश कर रहे हैं वो जीत नहीं पाएंगे। और मैं 100% निश्चित हूँ कि असम के पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री और वर्तमान के शिपिंग एंड वाटरवेज मंत्री सर्बानंद सोनोवाल जी फिर से विजयी होंगे और फिर से वो नरेंद्र मोदी कैबिनेट में मंत्री भी होंगे। तो मैं यही सबको बोलना चाहता हूँ कि भाजपा का लहर पूरी देश में है और डिब्रूगढ़ लोकसभा भी इससे पीछे नहीं है। डिब्रूगढ़ लोकसभा और असम के जो 5 सीटों में अभी चुनाव हो रहे हैं, पूरी 5 सीटों में बीजेपी जीतने वाली है। कोई भी एक सीट में बीजेपी नहीं हारेंगे, चाहे वो जोरहाट हो, डिब्रूगढ़ हो, तेजपुर हो, कोलियाबोर हो या लखीमपुर हो, 5 सीट पे ही भाजपा की विजय निश्चित है और मेरी सीट में तो हम काफ़ी अच्छे मार्जिन जीतेंगे।
जैसे ये डिब्रूगढ़ कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में 10 एमएलए कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी है, तो आपका कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी से हम लोग मान लिया कि लीड होगा, बाकी कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में कैसा है?
किसी भी एक सीट में भी हम 20 से 25 हज़ार के नीचे से मार्जिन नहीं कम नहीं होगा। पूरी 10 के 10 सीट में भी भाजपा की जीत होगी और पूरी लोकसभा की सीट में हम 5 लाख से ऊपर मार्जिन से हम जीतेंगे और 5 लाख के ऊपर मार्जिन जीतने के लिए किसी एक सीट से नहीं, वो 10 सीट से मिलके ही होंगे। और मैं निश्चित आज आप लोग से कहता हूँ आपके चैनल के माध्यम से कि 10 सीटों में भाजपा की लीड होगी और हर सीट को मिला के हम 5 लाख से ऊपर वोट से जीतेंगे।
ठीक है, थैंक यू। देखिए ये लोकल एमएलए है, मैं इसके बारे में भी बोल रहा था कि असम क्रिकेट एसोसिएशन का भी प्रेसिडेंट है और बीसीसीआई का मेंबर है, जैसे तरंग गोगोई। अभी उन्होंने बोला है कि सिर्फ उसका कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी नहीं, दूसरा 9 कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में भी एनडीए का जो कैंडिडेट है, अभी का यूनियन मिनिस्टर सर्बानंद सोनोवाल, असम का एक चीफ मिनिस्टर था, उन्होंने जीतेगा और जीतने का बाद में एक अच्छा पोर्टफोलियो मिलने का चांसेस है बोल रहा है। अभी ऐसे असम में 5 कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में आज इलेक्शन हो रहा है, इसका बाद में 26 अप्रैल में दूसरा 5 कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी नौगांव, दरंग उदालगुड़ी और डिफू, सिलचर और करीमगंज में मतदान होगा और उसका बाद लास्ट फेज जो 7 मई में गुवाहाटी, बरपेटा, धुबरी और कोकराझार, टोटल 14 कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी है असम में और नॉर्थ ईस्ट में 25। एनडीए ने इस बार उम्मीद कर रहा है कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा सीट नॉर्थ ईस्ट से जीत के जाएगा।
Right, Vipul, thank you so much for joining us. I'll request you to stay on with us. Let me also go across to Santya Gora, who's standing by in Mumbai. Santya, we're looking at 5 seats in Maharashtra going to polls today, including Nagpur. Now, this is in the Vidarbha region. Tell us how the political parties are allied this time around, the key contests over here.
So, Parikshit, there are total 10 seats in the Vidarbha region of Maharashtra, 10 Lok Sabha seats. Out of those 10 Lok Sabha seats, there are total 5 seats where polls are underway, polls are going on as we speak. You spoke about Nagpur. Nagpur definitely is an important seat, but it is one of the most safe seats for the BJP. Nitin Gadkari is once again contesting the elections on a BJP ticket. He won in 2014, he won in 2019, and now it is expected that he is going to make a hat-trick. Now, let's talk about the election issues for the people of Nagpur. So, the Nagpur voters are mostly going to keep the infrastructure development in mind while casting their vote. Remember, it was the Nagpur Samriddhi Mahamarg, that is Mumbai-Nagpur highway, that is going to be a big ticket project for BJP. It's going to prove prove itself as a big ticket project for BJP. Other than that, other infrastructural development, whether it's road related or metro related, all these things are going to play a role. We all know that RSS is headquartered in Nagpur, so that also makes Nagpur even more important for the BJP. On the other hand, for Congress, it's Vikas Thakre who's contesting the elections. Vikas Thakre is a sitting Congress MLA. When he was offered the Nagpur seat, he was little bit reluctant, and we all can understand why. So in terms of the battle, in terms of the electoral battles, Parikshit, Nagpur looks like a pretty much, already decided seat. The seat which is very uncertain and where the competition is pretty cutthroat is the Chandrapur seat. Now, Chandrapur was the only seat which Congress managed to win in 2019. So this time, Congress, because it was Suresh Danolkar who won the seat for the Congress in 2019. Unfortunately, he died last year. So Congress has given ticket to his wife Pratibha Dhanorkar. Now Pratibha comes from the Kunbi community, which has a strong hold in the area. Pratibha enjoys a good rural presence. She has a significant hold on the rural areas of Chandrapur. On the other hand, there is Sudhir Mungantiwar. Once again, he was reluctant. He was also reluctant and BJP, in fact, out of all these 5 seats, BJP has repeated 3 sitting MPs, but Chandrapur was the only seat where BJP benched its sitting MLA Ahir Hansraj and gave the chance to Sudhir Mungantiwar. Now, the caste factor does not really help Sudhir Mungantiwar in this case, also because obviously the people in Ahir Hansraj camps are not happy with this decision of the Saffron Party. So, and Ahir community once again forms a significant portion of the voters in the constituency. So that once again is not that a great news for the BJP. But Sudhir Mungantiwar in himself is a tall leader. At the same time, we can see, if you just look at the campaign of the BJP, and we can understand how important Chandrapur is for BJP. So for Sudhir Mungantiwar, not only Bollywood actor Sunil Shetty campaigned, but other than that, whether it was JP Nadda, Mr. Amit Shah himself, or Devendra Fadnavis, all these star campaigners of BJP also voted, also campaigned for Sudhir Mungantiwar here. Now, talking about Pratibha Dhanorkar, now one thing which can be a little problematic for Pratibha is Congress's Vijay Vadetewar wanted that seat for his daughter Shivani. Now, Vijay Vadetewar is actually a tall leader in that area. So obviously, we can understand that he was not very happy with this decision of the party. But later he said that doesn't matter what, doesn't matter who is the candidate, he is going to campaign for his party. That's exactly what he did. Vijay Vadetewar was seen campaigning for the party in the area. So this seat is clearly going to be a battle of prestige for both the parties, because Congress definitely wants to hold on to that one seat which it managed to win in 2019, and BJP wants, BJP doesn't want Congress to have that victory, at that very small ounce of victory anymore. Let's talk about the election issues for the constituency. It's the industrial town. Despite that, the local population claims that the employment opportunities do not go to them. It goes to, the opportunities go to the outsiders. So that's going to be one key election issue for the people of Chandrapur. Other than that, they claim that despite being the industrial city, their connectivity to the main parts of the state is questionable. A lot has to be done, and BJP overall and the Congress on that particular seat did not deliver. So the people are angry with both the parties as far as the connectivity bit is concerned. Also, the availability of medical institutes and educational institute is also something the people of Chandrapur are not happy with either parties. Now, this is about Chandrapur, Parikshit. Another important seat for both the parties, for Congress and the Mahayuti alliance in this case, is Ramtek. Now, Ramtek is that one seat which actually was Congress's bastion for quite some years. It was this particular seat from which former Prime Minister of India, P.V. Narasimha Rao, contested on 2 occasions. Now, this time, let's talk about how the candidates are placed. For the Mahayuti alliance, that's NDA alliance in the state, Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena got this seat. So Raju Parve is is the one who is Eknath Shinde's candidate. He actually is a former Congress MLA, Congress rebel, who, when denied a ticket by the Congress, switched sides and joined Eknath Shinde. Other than that, if I talk about Congress, it's Shyam Kumar Barve, who is Congress's candidate. Earlier it was Rashmi Barve, but when her caste certificate was cancelled, the ticket went to Shyam Kumar Barve. Ramtek is a reserved seat, it's an SC seat. That's why the caste factor was extremely important. For the VBA, it's former IAS, former bureaucrat Kishore Gazbiye. Again, so VBA is very, interestingly placed this time. VBA in the beginning wanted to be a part of MVA. Prakash Ambedkar wanted to join hands with the MVA, Mahavikas Aghadi Alliance. But when that did not happen, he fielded his candidates on the seats where MVA is fielding its candidates. That is going to harm the chances of MVA because the VBA is going to cut into the Dalit votes and also some Muslim votes. Election issues for Ramtek are similar to Chandrapur. Obviously, the connectivity becomes an issue despite. So Ramtek, if I talk about how it's geographically placed, Ramtek completely surrounds Nagpur. Despite that, connectivity is a problem, and medical and educational institutes availability another problem, joined with unemployment. Parikshit.
All right. Thank you, Santya, for getting a wrap of all the 5 constituencies going to polls in Maharashtra today. And many thanks to Vipul Bansal for joining us from Assam, and also Abhimanyu Sharma for joining us from Pilibhit. Let's not forget, it's quite hot today, and this is going to be a long and hot election, actually, over 7 phases. One quick look on Chennai and Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu will be the big battle in a sense. All 39 seats going to polls today. 38 were won by the opposition. The DMK is the ruling party here, and they won most of the seats. So let's see if the BJP can even make any inroads this time. But a quick check of all the VIP seats, so to say. Sivaganga, where you've got Karti Chidambaram, the son of P. Chidambaram, contesting. He's defending his seat from here. Chennai South, you've got Tamilsai Sundarajan. She's against the DMK candidate, and DMK has been holding the seat for 5 times. Chennai Central, you've got Dayanidhi Maran. So, and also at Thoothukudi, you've got DMK's M. Kanimodi. So, most of these are bastions of the DMK. Let's see if the BJP can make any inroads, especially in Coimbatore, where they have placed K. Annamalai, their BJP state president, a former IPS officer, a civil servant, somebody who has good credentials. Let's also not forget Nilgiri, where you've got L. Murugan, the Minister of State for INB, Information and Broadcasting, who's contesting from here. So the BJP is putting its best foot forward. There are at least 10 seats where NDA is focusing on directly, hoping to make some inroads. Let's see what happens in this battle.